Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're covering Kali Linux 2025.3, the third major rolling update of 2025. Whether you're a penetration tester, security researcher, or hobbyist tinkerer, this release brings some important additions, from Raspberry Pi wireless upgrades to new tools and build system changes. Official announcement and release summary. In short, Kali 2025.3 adds Nexmon support for more Raspberry Pi models, including Pi 5. Refreshes HashiCorp Packer / Vagrant tooling, drops ARMel support, updates NetHunter with new device support, and ships 10 new security tools. We'll unpack each item and show how to upgrade. What's new? Hardware and wireless. One of the headline changes is the return of Nexmon support. Nexmon is a patched firmware that enables monitor mode and packet injection on supported Broadcom SoC Wi-Fi chips. With this update, Kali's Raspberry Pi images, especially the recommended 64-bit ARM64 builds, include Nexmon support for built-in Wi-Fi, bringing monitor and injection capability to devices like the Raspberry Pi 5. That's a big deal for wireless assessments on compact, low-cost hardware. Build system. Packer and Vagrant refresh. The Kali team also modernized how they build virtual machine images. They refreshed their use of HashiCorp tools. Packer build scripts were updated to V2 standards, and Vagrant images are no longer generated directly by Packer. Instead, the VM modifications are folded into the existing VM build scripts. Expect cleaner builds and more maintainable VM images going forward. Platform support. Dropping ARMel. Kali is dropping support for the ARMel architecture, the legacy builds used by very old devices like the original Raspberry Pi 1 and some 0 models.
The team says this lets them focus resources on newer platforms like ARM64 and RISC-V, rather than maintaining a handful of aging targets. If you still run ARMel devices, plan to migrate or stick with older images. NetHunter and mobile updates. Kali NetHunter, the mobile build for Android devices, received updates too. The release highlights support for new, budget-friendly targets, able to do internal Wi-Fi monitor mode and injection, expanding mobile testing options. The NetHunter project pages and docs lists device-specific installation steps if you want to flash NetHunter onto a supported phone. New tools you should try. Kali 2025.3 ships 10 new packages aimed at modern testing workflows. Highlights include Kaido/Kaido-CLI, Web Security Auditing Toolkit, Detect It Easy DIE File Type Identification, Gemini CLI, bring Google's Gemini into the terminal as an agent, KRB Relay X, Kerberos Relaying Toolkit, Legolo MP, Multi-User Pivoting Tunnels.
LLM Tools Nmap bridges LLMs to Nmap for AI-assisted scanning. MCP Kali Server, helper to connect AI agents to Kali. Patch leaks. Detect security fixes in patches quickly. vWi-Fi DKMS. Create virtual dummy Wi-Fi networks. This list reflects the distribution's push toward tooling that integrates automation and AI into security workflows. Carcinal and Automotive tooling. Carcinal, the automotive security suite in Kali, was updated with a refreshed UI, refactored internals, extra tools, and improved simulation via UD-SIM. Useful if you work in vehicle security or CAN bus research. Docs are available in the NetHunter Carcinal pages. How to upgrade. If you already run Kali, upgrading is straightforward. In a terminal, run sudo apt update and sudo apt-y full upgrade. After the upgrade completes, verify the installed release with cat/etc/os release. That file shows the current Kali release string and other OS metadata.
Safety and reminders. As always, use Kali tools responsibly and only on systems you own or are authorized to test. If you experiment with Nexmon or NetHunter on mobile or Pi hardware, follow the project docs and make backups. Flashing kernels or firmware can brick devices if done incorrectly. Finally, that's the quick tour of Kali Linux 2025.3. If you want, I can make a deep dive walkthrough showing Nexmon setup on a Raspberry Pi 5, or demo one of the new tools like LLM Tools Nmap or Kaido. Drop a comment which you prefer. And if this helped, hit like and subscribe for more Kali and InfoSec walkthroughs.